North Island, settled, nestled, situated on the shore in the harbor of beautiful Toronto, Canada. Well, I lived here in the early 1950s. I lived here when this used to be a town. We used to have theaters and houses and mansions, fire stations, and police stations. I was 10 years old and I went to the island school. And I watched Marilyn Bell swim across Lake Ontario. And we went out to meet her in the Long John boat, which was an old boat we found in the dump over here that somebody had abandoned. And so we tried to fix it. My friend Vernon, Kipp, and I plug it up with old empty paint cans, piece of tar, scraping out the tar, scraping out the paint, putting it in, filling up. And we didn't even have oars. We just used a couple of pieces of board to paddle around the bay, the lagoons. Some guy walked up to me and said, "Can you tell me how to find the island ferries?" "You found me, big boy." So here I am, back on Center Island, on the very same swings I used to swing on 60 years ago. You think I've changed much? I always get high on swinging, so I mean literally and figuratively. It's something, does something that gives me an adrenaline rush when I'm swinging. It's almost like it runs through the days when I was drinking. In fact, when I used to do it when I was drinking over here, I used to fall off, so kind of had the reverse effect.
We're so happy to have Mr. Anthony Carr join us today as our guest. So a nice big round of applause for him. Now, Anthony is the world's most documented psychic, so see, he knows what's going on next. He knows what tune we're going to do next before we even tell him.
So how come I got lost coming over here?
Yeah, he was on the taxi, the water taxi. He's still got lost. Anthony's played, actually he used to work with Benny King, and he's worked with Ronnie Hawkins. Jazz there for you. Let's kind of keep in sort of that vein. A little blues and jazz. One. Hey, welcome! Everybody wave! Everybody wave! Everybody here, we're waving at you. Come on! That's it. Come on, wave to us.
So why is that camera called a cannon? Does it mean if I don't perform well that a giant cannonball comes out and shoots me right in the face? The meaning of life, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of trouble, and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep, and by death to say we in the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to, is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. Aye, there's the rub that makes something or other so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the laws delayed, the insolence of office, and the spirit merit of the unworthy takes when he himself might his quietest make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the thought of something after death, that unforeseen territory from whose bourne no man returns, does puzzle the will, and make us bear those ills we have, and fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of revolution, or resolution, is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard, the currents turn awry and lose the course of action. Hush, softly now, the fair Ophelia approaches. Nymph, in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
Was it Hamlet?
Yeah. I always learn. I memorize it every year just to make sure I still got the brain cells. I figure if I can get through most of it, I'm okay.
Yeah.